Hi, everyone. Welcome to this special AMA about the Weave project. As you know, Criptos, we always bring everything about the crypto space, but not only everything that everybody already knows, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Avalanche, Luna. We also want to bring new projects. And today I have here with me, Stephen. He's the CEO of Weave, a new DeFi project. Stephen, very welcome to the Criptos, and please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your history and why you decided to create this project.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So yeah, I've been in the DeFi space for a little while now. First got involved with Ethereum, a few projects there just to find a better interest rate on my pounds since I'm in the UK. And yeah, I thought it was a really awesome opportunity. But from there, on that route, I discovered the Binance Smart Chain and got involved with the Auto Farm community, where I got really involved with their community, worked my way up into various support roles, and was on the community manager team as well for a while. And yeah, so as well as learning a lot of information, I met some really cool people at Auto Farm, including Andreas, who's the CTO of Weave and lead developer also. And then yeah, we started talking about what we'd really like for experienced DeFi users to have all in one place, and really how we could improve and upgrade the experience to make it much more intuitive and much easier moving forwards. So yeah, we decided to create Weave from there. And also at the same time, I was having a separate discussion with Johnny, who's our chief operating officer. And yeah, he wanted to really help push the project in terms of getting new capital on board and also educating users who are less experienced in the DeFi space. And yeah, just a bit of background on Johnny and Andreas as well. So Andreas has been a developer for a good while now, a full stack developer, worked with a variety of quite high level clients in Germany, where he's from. And Johnny has been in the digital marketing industry for about 12 years or so, I believe. And he really wants to push that angle of Weave. And also he's got a really good backbone in the investing space, having had previous banking experience, and also with his YouTube channel, TradeWise. Yeah, so there's a little bit about us. Just to note as well, in the next version of our website update, we're going to be including our LinkedIn profiles there. So you'll be able to see what else we've done in our lives before potentially just working in crypto.
Well, very nice. And I mean, I heard one thing that I think it's really important for the DeFi space, that is making a better user experience, because Bitcoin is here for a while now, more than 10 years, but DeFi is something really, really new. And when I started in 2017, nobody talked about DeFi. So still it's very difficult for the users to interact, especially new users that we are seeing. So it's really great. So can you describe to us what does the Weave, what does the protocol do? Can you describe how it works?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll also explain a little bit sort of on how it is an upgrade on the yield farming and the yield aggregators out there as well. So yeah, so Weave, as I've already mentioned, we're going to be designing our protocol for the more experienced users as well as the less experienced users. So because of that, we decided to launch two separate branches of our product, one called Weave Pro and one called Weave Passive. So both will be designed to be intuitive and a hub for DeFi. So our end goal within the DeFi space anyway is to create a one-stop shop for everything you will need with yield farming and all your DeFi tools. Yeah, so Weave Pro is designed to enable users who really want to use a variety of different protocols, or perhaps create their own strategies. So I'll give an example of this. With the pro side, you could, for example, have some BUSD, and you get rewards from that from a plugged in protocol that we perhaps will be partnered with or unofficially partnered with as well. And then the rewards you get from there, you'll be able to harvest a certain percentage of those rewards automatically. And you could put that into another vault if you wanted to, or you could sell that percentage. So for example, 50-50. But that percentage split was completely down to the user. And also, if you wanted to, you could just reinvest, so you could auto compound a percentage. And yeah, so I think where Johnny came in as well into the picture of our project, he really wanted to enable less experienced users to do this as well. But we all are aware that DeFi websites aren't often very intuitive, and they can be quite intimidating when you see all the different tickers for the different tokens on the screen at the same time. And yeah, that's where Weave Passive came from. So what we're going to be able to enable with Weave Passive, and also Weave Academy, which is going to be our education side of things, is for the less experienced users or the new people to DeFi to come into our website on the passive side and look at all of the different strategies from the pros that are on the site. And depending on the criteria that they're after, whether they're after a high risk strategy or a low risk strategy in terms of yields and the farms that are being used within that strategy, they'll be able to select to copy one of those strategies. And this is actually beneficial for both sides, because the pro doesn't have to share their strategy. That's an opt-in process. But if they do opt in to share their strategy with the passive users, then they will take a small percentage from the profits that the passive user gets from the pro strategy. And yeah, at the same time, of course, if the strategy is effective, and we hope that the majority of our strategies will be serious and genuine, and that if they're not, then we'll be able to deal with that as that time comes along. Then the passive user also benefits, because they're getting a much higher yield than their money will be getting in their bank account, or even just in a stablecoin vault on its own, rather than wrapped into a nice strategy. Something we're looking at doing here as well is creating an insurance option. And we're talking to a few different partners, or potential partners, regarding an insurance route, so that we can ensure that a DeFi user, regardless of whether they're on the pro or the passive side, that their wallet address is insured whilst using our website, rather than an individual protocol, so that we can get an all-inclusive insurance solution there. Shall I explain a little bit about how we're sort of a few key points on how we're going to try and be sort of upgrading on the current protocols that are out there now?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. Okay. So what we're looking to do, as you've hopefully already worked out, is that we're looking to enable a higher level of flexibility and efficiency using our platform. So for the pro users, they won't need to go to the hassle of opening several different websites at once and harvesting from one, taking it into their wallet, and then putting it into another. They will be able to just do this all within our platform, and at the same time, the passive users will actually have true passive income. It will be completely hands-off for them. And they'll be able to see various statistics on how their strategy is performing as well. And the next point, I suppose, is simplicity. So Andreas, our CTO, since he's worked in a variety of different industries, including a more traditional finance one for working with some banks, along his route to starting Weave, Yeah, he's looked at the UI, the user interface of all these DeFi protocols, and decided that he wants to completely reinvent it. So him and his team are going to be designing our UI. So it's very intuitive for the pro and the passive users. Yeah, and then another thing that we're going to be differentiating ourselves with against the protocols already out there is the security. So with the yield compounders out there currently, so I guess you could look at Auto Farm or BT Finance. What they do is when you deposit your money, when you stake your money in a vault, then they would that's just one large vault, and you are a very small percentage, and then that vault will be auto compounded every so often at a set interval. What we're going to be doing is we're going to have a single smart contract for each pro strategy, and then a separate identical strategy for the passive one. So then all the money all of the funds are partitions. So that massively reduced risk as well. And then, also, I guess one final thing that's quite interesting to note is that we've got a public team. The majority of our team are public. So that's really beneficial. And then when it comes down to our pro weavers, the passive weavers will be able to look at a feed of what the pro is doing, and the pro will be able to explain kind of what they're looking to do with each of their different farms, the different areas of their strategy that the passive users are copying. I know I said a lot there, but hopefully that's really useful.
Yeah, it's I think it's very, very interesting. I mean, this concept of bringing like the Weave Pro, if you were a pro, or also for a beginner, I think it's really good to bring these new people. It really seems to me that I mean, I've seen the DeFi growth, especially last year with Ethereum. It was quite difficult for me to understand in the beginning all of those things. I mean, there were lending protocols, DEXs, okay. First time that I saw this yield optimizer, I said, what is this? Why do you use this? And now it's been each day it's more clear for me. Why do you need a platform as an yield optimizer, yield farming? And also I see that for me, it seems that you are going one step ahead, like the pro for beginners, for pro. And one thing for me that sometimes is complicated to talk to other people. Some people want to follow my strategy. Like, Marcelo, what's your portfolio? How do I follow your strategy? And my strategy, I have many different tokens from different blockchains. So sometimes, okay, so I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, something from Binance Smart Chain, Cardano, Avax, Luna. Oh my gosh, this is very difficult, I see, for the beginners. And I see that you are working in special functionality in Weave, that you can have like a decentralized fund that I can create, like I can create my portfolio and other people can follow, right? Could you explain a little bit more about this function?
Yeah, so about the sort of the how we're going to enable things to all be in one place, I suppose that's what you're asking, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what we're going to be looking to do here, I think I've explained the strategy side of things quite well so far. But we're aware that things can be quite fragmented with the different coins and tokens out there between different blockchains, and bridging solutions currently, especially if you're looking to bridge from a more expensive chain to a lower cost chain in terms of transactions, it can be quite inefficient and it's very slow. So yeah, what we're looking to do here is at first we'll have sort of wrap tokens that are enabled on each of the blockchains, and also we're always reaching out for partnerships and that sort of thing, so we can look at how we can work with new ideas and integrating new ideas. We're really we want to be on the bleeding edge of DeFi continuously. And then, yeah, our longer term view regarding making Weave cross-chain so that people really don't have to leave our website is to create our own bridge for tokens. And we're going to aim to support as many tokens as possible with that. And yeah, I think bringing this in-house as well ensures that we're keeping it to the high level of security that we really want to achieve with our project. And that, that brings it alongside the security elements I've already mentioned for the last question. Yeah, I think in the short term as well, we will still look out for potential bridging partners that we can integrate into our platform. There's a few bridges I think that are, for a more experienced DeFi user, they're quite good to use. And it still scares me from time to time when my funds say pending, and then I wonder whether I've lost my money forever. So I think, yeah, when we do come to create our bridging solution, we'll look to simplify it as much as we can, within the constraints that we have.
Nice. I think the bridges is going to be the next big thing for crypto. Maybe it is already. I think the protocol or the blockchains of people who knows how to build the best bridges, I think it's going to be the winners. And this is really something that I'm looking for. I'm searching a protocol that I can, if you have like this decentralized fund, that it's easy for everyone to follow. I mean, I don't give financial advice, but a lot of people want to know, but what do you do? And I say, well, here's my portfolio. Here's how you can follow. This is really great. And well, talking a little bit about the team, how many people do you have currently, and what are the countries? I mean, you are all in one country, it's around the world, how you are organized?
Yeah, sure. So within our team, I'd say we've got around 15 people currently. So we've recently expanded both our developer team and our community team as well. So some of the team members have experience in DeFi. Some primarily have experience in CeFi or perhaps marketing as well. That's an area that we're, all really important areas of our project. But yeah, we're currently, I believe, we're based across around 8 countries and 4 continents. So we've got people in Europe, someone in Asia, a couple of people in North America, and a few people in South America as well.
In Brazil, are there people in Brazil? Or
oh, yes, we've got one person in Brazil. In Brazil. Yeah. Danny and our team is in Brazil.
Very good, very good. This is what I like about this project. That is really a world project, international project. Yeah,
definitely. I think that the global element of our project as well will really help us bring a lot of different sort of thoughts together, because I know that around the world everyone thinks slightly differently, don't they? So I think that is a real strength for our team too.
Yeah, I think so. Totally agree. And what blockchain or which blockchains are you planning to launch with?
Yeah, sure. So at first, our primary launch chains will be Polygon and the Binance Smart Chain. So of course, these are both EVM compatible chains, and the reason we're choosing these is a mixture of sort of TVL and transaction speed, as well as the contacts we have within these different chains. I'll explain that in a little while though. But yeah, the reason we're using these chains is quite simply because of the transaction cost. We don't want to have to force users to pay very high Ethereum fees or anything like that, because quite simply that is completely unachievable if you're going to be making several transactions a day in your strategy. I think, yeah, longer term, we will be, along with our bridging solution, we will be going across all major chains that have a good DeFi presence. And I think, yeah, the ones that will be sort of coming after the EVM compatible chains will be ones like Solana, perhaps Terra as well, because they're, in terms of TVL, they are very much up there, aren't they, currently? But yeah, I think there's still definitely exciting things happening on all chains. Sometimes you have to look quite hard, but there's definitely the gems of the protocols, aren't there, that around there all the time. And I hope that with Weave that we'll be able to help people find the next gem for their portfolio, whether they're a pro or a passive user.
Yep, very good. And do you have any partners? Did you make partnerships? Did you have like when you were in the beginning, do you have seed private sales? Could you explain a little bit about those partners?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So in terms of partners, we've been really fortunate to know a few people, and this is from my experience working within a DeFi project already. Partially, we've got people that work at Polygon. We're in really close discussions with them. They're really on board with our idea, which is really great to have support from a blockchain team themselves, from their DeFi team. So they're really kindly helping us with a variety of discussions, regarding marketing and linking us up with potential partners that we're interested in. I think regarding other partners as well, so we're having conversations with various different investment groups out there, as well as with different influencers. So that's helping us increase the marketing side of our project. And I think that along the way as well, what we're noticing is that we really want to focus on the people that are able to, they're really interested in educating their users, not just in the money that will be involved with an AMA, for example. And I think we find that really valuable, and I think it will then lead to really strong partnerships in the longer term too. And it also really helps with Weave Academy, and bringing in people to work with that. So for example, giving an AMA or a tutorial on how to use a certain lending protocol that could perhaps be integrated into Weave, but also be a partner of Weave. So we're really looking for mutually beneficial relationships there. And then in terms of the seed funding that we've received, that's from an anonymous person, but they're really on board with our idea, and we know that they are going to be holding their Weave tokens very nicely for a good amount of time. So it's definitely good to have that level of trust there with them. Hopefully that makes things a bit clearer regarding partners and funding.
Nice. And I saw in the website the name of the partners. I'm not sure if you said all of them. I saw here.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I just gave one example.
Yeah, because this I'm saying because I was really impressed with the partnerships. OKEx, Huobi, PancakeSwaps, Binance Smart Chain, Celo, Polygon, right?
Yeah. So we will have some more announcements coming soon regarding future chains. Perhaps there's a few clues there.
More announcements.
Oh yeah, but we're bringing out announcements every day.
Wow.
So we'll have some more announcements there very soon. There are definitely some clues at the bottom of our website. And then those chains as well. We're very grateful for what they've helped us with so far. I know that everyone will be keen to really know the alpha, the fresh news coming out of our project. So I've got to be careful what I do and don't say sometimes.
Very nice. And I think it's very important to have this partnership funding. I mean, I see that you have a great team, very technical, experienced people, but it's also very important to have partnership contact. And I see that Weave has all of the complete package. Very good. And the question that everybody, I think they're probably doing for you, when mainnet?
We've launched a free token drop, which I'll tell you a little bit about in a bit. And and that's on the Binance Smart Chain currently. But we aim to get the open beta of Weave live in January 2022. So yeah, that data is progressing. You know, it's getting nearer every single second. So I know our team they're all fighting to really really make as much progress as they can before that date, and get a good product ready for our users and our community. It's going to be really exciting to see what the feedback is there. And you know, we know that it won't be perfect when it starts, but ultimately I think the decisions that we make regarding new features will pretty much always be down to what our community wants. And yeah, we're really grateful for everyone that's already joined.
Very good. So I believe you're probably very busy right now, because it's you said January, so next month it's the big plan. Good. And what about a token? Are you launching a token for the platform as well?
Yes. So we're going to have the token. It will just be called the Weave token, and Weave will be its ticker. Yeah. So there's going to be 200 million tokens in total, and 65% of the tokens will be allocated to the community. And
65.
Yeah. That's right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So we wanted to be transparent and sort of break it down nicely. The latest version of our white paper, actually, perhaps we can link that in the description. We'll stick all the useful information down there. The latest version of the white paper explains that very well. So if I just explain some of the features of the token as well at the start, there'll definitely be more use cases coming, because I know this is something we really want to get on top of within our team meetings internally. We're really keen on getting more token utility ideas, as well as getting the community's ideas as well. There's been several suggestions in our Discord server already, and that's really quite active over there. But yeah, I guess some of the things are governance. So, you know, having a say in decisions that we make, strategic decisions. We're also thinking about a platform fee reduction. So essentially, the more Weave stakes, the lower the fees. More information will come on the exact amounts required there, but we will base that off a token amount rather than a dollar amount, because doing it off a dollar amount is unfair because it's not a stable coin. And then when you sell a Weave token, there is a 3% distribution among the weavers as such, the other people that own the Weave token, and 1% will be burned and 1% will be sent back to the team. So that will help with the deflationary mechanism we've got built into our token. And then in terms of emissions as well, the current emissions are all set out. So the Weave token will half its emissions every year. So yeah, we know that this is tried and tested as a method, but we know that we really want to give the token as much utility in the platform as we can, whilst delivering a fair outcome for everyone. And I think that the governance element of that with the token will be really useful in deciding that.
And right now, what if I want to buy? If any one of our listeners wants to buy the token or to have access to the token right now, is it possible, or when it's next month? What can you say? Yeah,
I'll give you a bit of information here. So what we've done, we announced earlier this week. So it's been a very busy week, but we announced earlier this week that we're going to be launching our free token drop. So what you have to do here is on the Binance Smart Chain, head over to our app. It's in the top right corner of our website, weave.financial, and you'll be able to stake BUSD stable coins on our D app, and in return you'll get a share of 3.3 million tokens released in January at the end of this this period. And yeah, but I think what we wanted to do there is really reward the people who are properly invested in our platform, and this way of doing it will ensure that people are rewarded fairly, rather than just signing up in 30 seconds, for example. They're showing their commitment through their funds, and that's really useful. It's important to note though that you can get back your BUSD at any point if you want to reallocate it elsewhere in your portfolio. We're not locking that in over the 33-day period of the free token drop, because that's very iffy, and we don't want to start badly in terms of the decisions we make and how we're operating the protocol. Yeah, I'll make sure there's some information sent across to you about that, so everyone can take a look at that. Something else we're doing as well at the same time as this free token drop. So we're focusing on marketing side, especially to really show people we're committing to rewarding the community during this time. But we're also running a Discord invite competition. So essentially, the number of people that you invite to Discord, if they're active and helpful within the community, then this actually finishes next Tuesday. Well, I don't know what the date is for that. The 8th? No, 7th.
I don't know.
That's fine. We'll be rewarding the top 3 people in this competition. So the first prize with 200 Weave tokens, second with 100 Weave tokens, and then third with 50 Weave tokens. So we're really keen to really build our community there, and just keep conversations going. Because we're hoping that with the token governance and with the community active, that we're really going to have an optimal community environment for everyone to learn off each other. And I think there's a lot of people within the team that have experienced this, including myself, and we know how beneficial it is to have those people around. So yeah, we want to say thank you to everyone really that supported us so far as well, because the token drop support is crazy. It's been a slightly unbelievable amount of funds staked to date, and it was only a few days ago when we launched this as well.
Right. So right now I can go to your website, to Weave. I will add in the description of the video. So there's going to be the description of the website. So if I go right now, I can deposit the BUSD to participate, right? Very nice.
That's right. Yeah.
Good. Very nice. Well, I'll certainly go to deposit something there. I'm really interested.
Nice one.
Yeah. And well, Stephen, is there anything else you'd like to add about the project?
Well, no, to be honest, I think that's everything really. That we really want to share today. I'm sure there'll be something that I'll think later. I probably should have said that, but I'm just really really grateful for this opportunity to share the platform with all of you guys. And yeah, thank you, Marcelo, for speaking to me. It's been really good. It's been really enjoyable. I think just head over to our community, and then we're to our Discord or our Telegram groups, and we're there to help anyone that has any issues or any questions along the way.
Sure. And well, I thank you very much for participating and coming. I mean, a great team with great partners. It's a pleasure and an honor to host this AMN with you. Thank you, Stephen.
Perfect. Thank you. See ya.
See ya.